Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to the newest session of the Tal'Dorei campaign. Now, before we jump right into the action, we have a few short announcements we have to make. The first of which is going to be our Patreon. If you want to join our fantastic community, our exclusive Discord server, and have early access to side projects and one-shots that we are running within our community, please consider jumping over to patreon.com/GeroForUsAll. I need to change that. It is the only thing I'm not pro DM Joey on right now. But yeah, if you want to join that, you're more than welcome to have anybody join into our fantastic community. If you want to support us by some other manners, please go over to our media channels and follow all of them. You can find me on everything else at ProDMJoey. Last but not least, we are still doing our sub goal, everybody. 50 subs. We're only 15 subs away from doing a marbles game. And everybody who gifted a sub or subbed during that time is going to have one marble with a sentence above it, and we will do that activity immediately once we start. Now, because I know this group well enough, before you even ask all of the stupid questions, no, it has to be done on the spot. It does not involve me getting out of my chair or doing anything embarrassing. Can't go against TOS, and it can't be longer than, say, 5 hours long. So keep that in mind with anything else that's going to be going on. And Krissa, please give us a recap. What happened
last session on our Tal'Dorei campaign, we had just finished fighting the Beholder, who was a worshipper of a Beyonder named Haster or something. And we also met Canaroth's new imp friend, Blip. Deciding that we need to keep moving forward, we cast water breathing and prepared ourselves as we dunked into the scary pool of water and found a underwater sarcophagus. Using some very useful communication skills, we decided that this sarcophagus needed to be opened, and so, using clues and searching the room, Jimmy jury-rigged a key to fit the lock, and we began to open it with Dorzen being the one to turn it. However, it seems that if, due to certain circumstances, if the one who opens it cannot move, and after he began turning it, two strange fish-like beings appeared out of nowhere, seeming to be guardians of the tomb, and began attacking us. After another battle with some friendly fire due to the interference of these fish creatures, we managed to drive them off, and Canaroth, for his part, managed to fully awaken / exalt his vestige, the wraps of Diamoth. After figuring out about the sarcophagus key, Dorzen turned it back, closed it, and we decided that we are very tired, and so we needed to take a long rest. And we did so, but not before blasting fire at the imp who just stood by doing nothing. And after taking our long rest, I believe that's where we left off.
Nope.
No?
No.
Oh,
You and
no,
Sir Uric.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. I almost forgot about that. During the long rest, Uric and Prissa had a strange dream where they were wandering the astral sea together. And Prissa, for her part, did not take it too well after she realized where they were. However, they seemingly got rescued by a strange source. The one they were trying to stop, or at least a remnant of him, who seemed to still be good and nice. And after going with him to this pool, or there's a big bowl, I think. Basically, it's something that we could see what had happened previously, where he fought this big scary thing. We noticed that there was a chain connecting him and into the astral sea, and after touching the chain, we both both Prissa and Sir Yurik were able to see that this chain represented the sins that he committed by interfering with the divine. Sir Yurik, unfortunately, didn't take it too well, and so he angrily left the Astral Sea earlier than Prissa, who felt something different than that. And when she was getting pulled away by Ayun herself, was asked the question but was not answered on whether it was possible or not. And after waking up from that strange dream, that's where we left off, right? Okay.
Oh, everyone else is already awake and eating your breakfast. Where Sir Yurik and Prissa slowly wake up, opening their eyes, sleeping in rather late. Everybody else is active. Okay. So, is anybody doing anything? Just blankly stare at the ceiling?
Ace is writing down the events that previously transpired in this book.
Sir Yurik, you didn't happen to have any strange dreams last night, did you?
Do I remember the dream?
Absolutely.
All right. I do, Prissa, and I assume you do as well.
Your mic is not.
I did. It was that was a bit it was weird knowing the other side of it now.
Yes. Well, if anything, we've discovered that most definitely needs to be destroyed forever.
Do you really think that's the only way?
Well, I would hope there would be another way, but it does not seem probable. And from the amount of suffering I glimpsed at by touching the chains, however calm and kind he may have come off to us as, well, in the dream, I wouldn't exactly call it a dream, really. I do not think that is real anymore. I mean, it could very well be just a
I don't think it wasn't real though. But I'm still trying to make something out of it.
What are you two talking about?
Oh,
I just a weird dream last night. I'm trying to put my head around it.
it was not a dream. I turned to the group and I just say, flat out, me and Prissa were somehow transported to the astral sea during the night.
And as terrifying as that was, we also saw the one we're trying to stop, but it was another side of him. not the side we've encountered and are trying to stop now, but I think it was the side of him that was good and what happened, a remnant of him before he split or fell or something.
Interesting.
Could be that. Wait. What if if that part of of our enemy is the only part of him that is capable of feeling remorse? That could be
So
why.
you're well. Remember what he doesn't feel anything anymore. He can't.
Then I'd say, what is the point of punishment?
Is
That
there
is-
any
That
breakfast
is
left?
to the gods, for the gods to decide.
I didn't really understand that last sentence. You're coming across a little staticky.
Oh. Let's see. Is it, if I just talk for a moment, is it still staticky or is it?
I don't know. It
That
just it sounds a lot different than usual. Yeah, you're
For me,
kind
it's-
of you're comprehensible, but sometimes your words just slur into each other, and I don't know what you're saying.
It's just right at the end of your thoughts. It gets a little staticky, and then you'll start talking again.
Oh, okay.
For me,
So I'm assuming nothing happened last night, right? Where nothing attacked us down here in this dark, scary tomb crypt.
Nothing attacked here.
That's good.
Errol, what is the name of this crypt or this place?
You don't know. None of you have been able to discern that.
Are there any like small pieces of stone or something that's chipped off of any of the work in here?
Many places.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up a small stone, whether it's limestone or marble or whatever it is.
What I would like to know, though, is why only me and Prissa were transported to the astral sea. I mean,
That is weird. I would have thought that maybe it would have been Dorzen, perhaps, but
Well, my
Is there-
dream was preoccupied. I imagine I dreamt about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Usually.
maybe it has no that Jarek, would it be possible for me to make a check to try to discern why it was just me and Yerk?
What type of check are you asking for? Or how are you trying to think about this?
I'm trying to deduce facts, so I guess probably investigation.
There's
Kinda
nothing
thing.
really physical or tangible to investigate, fact-wise either.
How are Yurik and Prissa looking this morning? Are they looking? I mean, I know that we're all a little tired, but are they a little bit sweaty, or are they? Do they look off?
Well, everybody down here is moist still.
Right. Yeah,
But
that's-
both of them look more... Roll insight, Ace.
Wait, how's my claw marks and dagger stab point and just the wounds?
25.
They both look pretty tired. Like, mentally drained.
I guess we should
Oh, sorry.
Had-
Sir Yurik doesn't look like anything. His face is covered.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
But Prissa looks mentally drained.
Prissa, obviously the dream seemed to affect you intensely last night. You look like you could use some more rest.
I mean,
Was it from the wounds or
it's no.
mental
I'm
scars?
no. I'm at this point. I think I've grown accustomed to getting new scars and stuff.
Well, maybe tonight you'll have another dream and it'll go farther.
Maybe. It might not be as happy as you made it sound, but maybe.
I'm sure you'll conquer in your dreams just as you conquer in life. You'll do fine. Now, why don't you have some breakfast with us?
Yeah.
Well, we should probably make the best of our time and head back upstairs.
We
Oh.
still need to go down. We haven't finished.
Thank you.
Yes, we need to go down the those stairs right there. It's stairs, right? Yeah. Ooh.
I was completely in a different. Yeah.
That being
Never
said,
mind.
I guess something I should let you all know is when after that experience with the astral sea and stuff, I think I may have finally put the pieces together for transporting somewhere without the need of a circle.
That is good.
It's,
Interesting.
Oh.
Incredible.
so if we have to, when we go down there, we can get what we need, and if we have to, we can go get our weapons and then immediately go where we need to go.
We do need to return for our weapons, yes.
So you have Ouch go over and hold open the crypt. Same as before. You all venture down stairs. Or sorry, not stairs, the sheer drop. It's a 10-15 foot drop, which is not something anyone in this party is going to have trouble with. Rope. Climb down. And when you look around, you're in a singular chamber. The chamber is full of skulls laid out inside of stonework surrounding you. There's a large shelf positioned directly in front of you, where you notice that there are several books. Very, very old and tattered, of course, but they are positioned there. And in front of that bookshelf, you see that there is a coffin wrapped in chains. There's a single feather of a raven twisted between two of the chains to keep it shut.
I think we should check the books on the shelf before opening the coffin.
Um,
Since we are looking
I
for a
was
book.
well, I was thinking I could check the books. Jimmy, could you bring out your magic fly and check that coffin and chains?
Can't hear you.
There it is. Yeah, give me just a moment. I'll yeah, I've got it here. Ritual cast.
You send your magic fly out. The coffin is riddled with abjuration. The chains are riddled with necromancy. The feather is an exuberant amount of magic. And the bookshelf seems magical as well, but the books do not.
just point out each of the things and explain their meaning. It's kind of weird. I wasn't expecting the shelf, maybe like an individual book, but that's strange.
What kind of magic is the shelf, Jimmy?
I don't think you said that one, Jared.
No, I did not. Abjuration.
Abjuration. There you
Upon closer inspection, what books are on the bookshelf?
Do you get closer and inspect them?
I do get closer and inspect them, but I probably wouldn't touch anything until Jimmy
Okay.
does his magic stuff.
They are leather-bound books, looking very, very old, and the pages have turned very dark yellow from age.
Can I tell what language are the books like labeled?
No. In this era, books don't get labeled that often. Only if there's a reason to label it.
I'm gonna try to take one of these books off. Might need to prepare if something bad happens.
Well, you said the bookshelf itself is magical?
Yes.
Well, we try and remove the magic first.
Maybe Jimmy should identify what each magic does first.
That could trigger it, though. You take-
Identifying it, maybe, but
What kind of magic did you say it was, Jimmy?
Abjuration. So something protecting it, probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, could it be that the bookshelf is only maybe simply been enchanted to protect the books from wear and tear,
They look pretty old.
moisture?
I don't think that's exactly what they do.
With that sort of question from Sir Jiro, I'm pretty sure Prissa actually would be knowledgeable about that sort of abjuration magic. Is that a thing?
That sort of abjuration magic is a thing, but it would be enchanted on the book. It's not like a humidifier shelf or something like that, or dehumidifier.
Humidor. Yeah, or dehumid. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we don't want to have to deal with it, I do have a couple of these, and I pull out one of the cylindrical devices you've seen Jimmy use before. It's an arcane neutralizer, aka dispel magic, and he like flips it in the air and catches it.
I would recommend not. Especially if you said that coffin is very powerful. If
I
you
mean,
could, Jimmy,
the worst
I
that
would.
could happen, it wouldn't work.
Do you want me to see if I can identify the
Yes.
magic of the bookshelf?
If
Well,
the
if I-
more knowledge we know about what each one does, the better off we can to make a decision.
I have a hypothesis that if the bookshelf and the coffin are related, the enchantments and magic on the coffin are likely very dangerous, whereas, however, the bookshelf might be the trigger to unlock it.
Right.
Possibly.
Well, let's test your hypothesis. Stand back, everyone. And Ace is going to go up to the bookshelf and ritually cast Identify.
All right. The moment you touch the bookshelf, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Awesome.
Very good.
Damn.
You dodge out of the way as two spectral hands reach from the shelf and grab towards your wrists. You pull mostly out of the way so they only graze against your finger. Let me roll the damage. You take half.
Oh, I think I know what this is then.
21 points of necrotic damage, halved down to 11. And your hit point maximum decreases by 11.
Ghosts.
Well, that answered that question. Ow.
Jimmy, is
Did
the
you
magic
guys
on?
see the hands?
What does it do?
There were some spectral hands that came out and they touched me, and
No, we saw that, but what did you find out?
it hurt. I didn't find out anything else than that.
You were
Jimmy-
ritually casting, so that takes 10 minutes. That happened the moment you touched it.
Yeah.
Jimmy, does your fly still detect that magic upon it?
Yeah, it's there.
Do you want me to try that?
Just hang on, everyone. Dorzen, didn't you... Yesterday, you were able to see some of these specters, right?
Because Jimmy gave me the ability to see invisibility.
Right.
Still have it.
Well, remember our
Why don't
previous...
we try that again?
Oh,
There are
remember
ghosts around. We should try and find out first.
Well, you can speak to everybody, right? Because you have the thing. Oh wait, no, you don't have that on your head, do you?
Doors has it right now.
Yurik has it.
I have a helmet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your helmet allows you to telepathically speak to anything.
But he has the helmet on top of the cowl thing.
No, oh, that helmet is on Dorzen right now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm looking at. So okay, I see Dorzen with the helmet. So I go up to Dorzen and I pull up the little spyglass and I go, here you go. And that is that spell. You can see again into the ethereal.
And who do you do that to? Dorzen?
Dorzen.
Dorzen, as soon as you begin seeing into this realm, you see that on either side of the bookshelf are two spectral forms that seem to be guarding and protecting it best as they can. Both of them adorned in a crest of the Raven Queen.
Well, one thing that we haven't tried yet either is previously we had Dorzen turn the key to that coffin because we assumed that that was the coffin we were looking for. But if this is the one we're looking for, then maybe now is when Dorzen should be the one to do it.
That makes sense.
Do you see anything with that, whatever that spyglass you gave me?
There's two ghosts adorned in the mark of the Raven Queen.
Are they saying anything like you said those previous ghosts were?
Are they talking?
They're just looking at you. Your puppy. Your puppy. He's a good one. Sorry.
So no, for a second I thought you were saying that's what the ghosts were saying.
Can you?
Yeah.
I thought he was too.
Hi.
Can you, Dorzen? Can you please let them know that I apologize? I did not mean to spook them.
So that's
Scare
a
them.
pun.
Really.
-1 inspiration.
I mean, it makes sense. The bard does it.
Ace, are you feeling all right?
No, don't feel quite myself. I mean, I'm still okay. Just I don't feel 100%.
You know that contact with undead can be draining, so to speak.
And Dorzen, also, if you said there's ghosts by the bookshelf, are there any by the coffin over there?
I look over to the coffin.
There's a single individual sitting on it. Large, black, feathery armor, pulled back, long black hair. Just currently flipping a dagger looking at you. You did not notice him with your passive.
Really? Even with my new passive?
You did not notice him.
Yeah, and I didn't either,
Hey.
apparently.
No,
There's-
it's a spectral person.
Oh, the spectral. Yeah.
Yeah. You would have noticed anyways, Ace, but...
There's someone sitting on it,
Who?
flipping a dagger.
Can you describe them?
Can you talk to them, or are they just sitting there flipping a dagger?
And they got long black hair. You said they had feathers, right?
Feathers on the armor.
The armor has feathers.
Notably, Dorzen, it's very familiar armor to you. You saw it on a stand.
I think it's wearing the... This is the player forgetting the name of a vestige because it's been so long since I've heard it. It's the Deathwalker's Ward, right? Okay. Took me a second. I think he's wearing the Deathwalker's Ward.
Does that mean it's possibly Vaxildan?
I don't know who that is, but okay.
He's Vexalia's brother. He didn't make it during their assault.
I go over to the to the knife flipping ghost, and I try to communicate with him. You there? Who are you? Yes.
He leans off of the coffin and begins walking towards you. Very short, comparably for the group of people you keep as company. Aside from Prissa and Jimmy, shortest among all of them. Walks over towards you. Looks up. Why do you come here?
Sorry, someone's mowing their lawn outside. I'm a little distracted. I am here to find pieces of the ritual. I believe at least 2 are here.
He looks around you at everybody. Take the pieces and nothing else.
Understood.
I have 1 minute. It's plain. I can be solid. The entire year. Not wish to waste that dealing with all of you.
We will not let you, but we will not force you to. I turn to the rest of the group. Jimmy, don't touch anything. Anyone, don't touch anything.
I have my actuator like inches from the bookshelf.
What did he say something? What did he say?
We are taking what we need and nothing else.
Ask him what's on the bookshelf.
We need to know.
You don't need to know.
We need to.
You didn't ask him.
Doors. We need to know where the piece is in the room.
I turn over to, I'm assuming, a champion of the Raven Queen. Are the pieces in this tomb?
Yes.
I'm gonna start sticking my actuator through where I see Dorzen talking and asking to the ether, "What's on the bookshelf?"
Jimmy, just
History.
Dorson, can't you just ask him how we opened the sarcophagus?
Jimmy, he said history, and yes, I will ask.
Those, if it helps, the pieces we need are the tears of a celestial, his blood, and so I'm trying to go through my notes to remind us.
An
Artifact relating to his previous life.
To when he was a child.
Yeah. So, probably his holy symbol. I don't.
I don't think he'd have that when he was a kid.
If you
No.
could
How,
ask him to point out the object we need, that would help greatly.
how do we disable these chains?
Remove the feather. You. It's painful.
I am no stranger to pain. I walk up and I pluck the feather.
The moment your fingers touch it and you begin pulling it out, you feel the tautness of the chains and that slight disconnect. And very, very suddenly, prison, you are hit with a wave of pure energy. You suffer 96 points of force damage. As you see, Dorzan pulls the feather out and his entire body and weight gets slammed to the ground under this forceful presence.
Dorzan!
Wow, that cut me down.
And I do exactly as I typed out there as Prissa rushes to Dorzan's side. Are you okay?
Feel that
Okay,
pain?
yes, that was very painful.
Feel it? This is what you are going to be. This is what you are putting yourself through. What you are putting the other one. This is the magic that we're gonna have to tolerate in your body. He just kneels right in front of your head as you're kind of stuck under this presence. And sure you'll be able to handle that?
I look him right in the eye. Doesn't matter if I can handle it or not. I have to try.
He stands up. He takes several steps back from all of you and just looks at your companions. Watching all of them going over, trying to help you, trying to bring you back up to your... Watch them. And he fades from sight.
Do the other two stick around? Okay.
Dorzan, what happened? Here, drink. So Yurik, you said you'd take care of it.
Yeah.
I don't mind me, I just got knocked by the force of existence.
Luckily, when I rolled it earlier, it was only 96 points.
I'm gonna cast Beacon of Hope, and then I'll cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Ready. So that's 5 times 8, which is 45 plus 4?
Yep.
So 40...
No, it's actually plus 5 now.
Plus 5 now? Okay. So for 50 points of healing.
Nice.
Prissa still offers that one healing.
Is the feather supposed to be from his childhood? I don't understand.
I look at the feather. Is it just not holding magic anymore? Power anymore?
You wouldn't be able to tell. Jimmy, however, it still has residual power inside of it.
Yeah. My question still stands to you, Dorzan.
I believe this was merely a lock, but I'm unaware if it has any more significance.
Okay, well, I don't think there's any blood or tears on it, so I think we gotta keep cracking this thing open.
I get up, but I take Pris's healing potion, drink it.
All right.
The basic healing potion.
Yeah, but I think it's still max if it's in Beacon of Hope, maybe, or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Does.
So it's 8 plus 2.
Yep.
Dorzen gets up, moves back over to the sarcophagus, and attempts to open it.
You pull at the
Just a regular-
chains.
I'm just casting a regular cure wounds at first level.
Okay, so max. No, it's still
Yeah.
max. Yeah. So 8 plus 5. 13 more. Beacon of Hope is fucking good.
It is.
It's so good. But anyways, you start pulling at the chains, which slowly slide off the large coffin. Then once it's off, you do see the latch on the side that you're standing on, so you walk all the way around opposite yourself and then lift upward. You see the untouched and unsullied remains of Rivik.
He's just there.
Everything looks just as pristine as when you saw him last.
And when we see the remains as well, he looks exactly as he did in the Astral Sea, I assume, as well.
Can I see him?
If you jump,
Yeah.
I'll pick Jimmy up so you can see him, like by the back of his shirt, and keep him a fair enough distance away where you can't
Dorzen,
start touching.
who's this guy?
This is the one we're trying to stop, Jimmy.
His human body.
But this guy's already dead.
Yes,
Magic-
that tends to happen when you become a celestial.
Magic can be very strange, Jimmy.
Is this guy mummified at all, Jero? Are we talking like no?
Perfectly preserved, I believe
Yeah.
his words were.
perfectly untouched and
And any magic emanating from the body itself?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does he have any nice loot?
I was about to
I
say.
can only take what we need.
Yeah, I'm just joking.
I mean, do you think the party can 1v6 Vaxil Dawn? It's your call.
I specifically
Well-
told you guys, touch nothing but the lamp.
I mean, that being said, on that question, Vaxildon as a mortal, yes. As a ghost, probably not.
Here you go, Canaroth. Here's your chance. Go nuts.
I'm going to hand Jimmy the feather. Jimmy, look at this while I try to be
Whoa.
respectful.
I don't want to be crushed. Is it safe?
It's a feather.
Yeah,
I,
know
I
it.
can
Indeed.
I can
And
look
it
at
almost
it too.
killed you, Dorzen.
Like,
Okay,
Jimmy-
Prissa, here, examine the
is-
ancient magical artifact.
Jimmy's all for
I-
throwing caution to the
I'll-
wind, but he is not an idiot. He just saw you almost die.
He
Priscilla's
knows the
gonna
weight of
hold
that
out her
feather.
hand, and then she's going to flinch when she holds the feather.
You hold the feather.
I mean, that's how you get past Anubis with a feather like that.
And yeah, then she's going to carefully and very very respectfully ritual cast identify on it.
While she's doing that, I'm going to try to look for the artifact that we're looking for, because I think I know what that feather is. But
So-
since she's ritual casting, I'm going to try not to disturb the body.
Identify.
Respectful.
Yes. Identify yields a magical property about this feather. It is a sealing component belonging to an individual being sealed by it.
It's his feather.
The body is full of magic too, just so you know, Dorison.
Okay.
Remember, we're looking for his book.
I think, Prissa, do you think, does that feather meet one of the components?
It might, if it's something he had from his childhood. But we still do need his blood.
He
Before
was
we
an
start
he was a
mutilating
mortal,
corpse.
right? He was a mortal first, right? Human.
Yes.
So he would not have had a feather in his childhood.
Well, it depends.
Well, we were told that we need his blood, right?
Yes.
Yes, but we also have another way to get his blood without stabbing a corpse.
This is the best chance, Dorza. And you did say you had permission from Vax, right?
To take what we need, yes.
All I hand.
Before-
Well, Jimmy, do you have a knife?
Before we do that, I'm going to look in the sarcophagus, see if there's anything else in here that we might need. That fits what we're looking for, sorry.
Roll an investigation, Dorson.
Can I help him?
Sure.
You've got a knife, Canara.
I keep forgetting I have guidance.
Guidance and advantage.
Wait, I haven't rolled yet. Can I add guidance?
Yeah, yeah.
Guidance
you.
with advantage. Yeah.
$21.
So, you begin examining around the body, and as your fingers get closer towards it, it is frigid cold. Honorath kind of like pulls the body to the side so that you can scoot and feel around. And notably, this individual wasn't buried with very many things. Clothes that they were wearing, a pillow underneath their head, comfort. But as you are looking through and examining, you do find a locket, kind of tucked underneath their shirt.
Can I open the locket?
Take it off, or do you take it off them, or do you just pull it out and open?
I'm gonna open it first.
Okay. You open the locket, and you see the image of two people, two different people inside of it. One is a very, very young, happy-looking girl, smiling with blonde hair flowing back in pigtails. And the second one is a pretty looking, very sharp-eyed, black-haired woman. She seems to just been painted in there.
That might be an item from his childhood, Dorson.
Yes, I believe so too. And I move my hands to the latch or whatever, how this is held on, and I whisper, "Forgive me for what I must do. This is in no disrespect to you, or who you were." And I take the locket.
And I hand Dorson a knife and a vial from Alchemist. She's like, and his blood. We do not have time to go to the Underdark.
I was talking about the armor he was wearing that just Vox Machina just has, but okay, let's mutilate a corpse while we're here.
Remember, that is a last-ditch scenario. It is their last memory of Vax'ildan.
Yeah, but we have the thing that'll get destroyed now, the blood, whatever.
We don't have the blood yet. We have the item of memory.
Yeah, the item of memory is what's destroyed. The blood is actually easier to get than the idol of memory.
And the tears, theoretically speaking, since this is where he fell, do you think, I believe the water that we've swam through might count as the tears?
It might.
Anyone who, actually, that's a good question. Do I know? I do not have an S. Okay.
We should not make assumptions. We should be as sure as humanly possible about getting the right things.
Well, that's the thing that we've discovered is that it can be literal, but it can also be fairly metaphorical.
Right. And in this case, Prissa, you were probably right. That water from the land where he fell would count as his tears.
Would you like to roll a religion check or just keep talking?
I would like to roll religion.
Guidance.
Let's go!
Water is a fluid thing. It would not house the tears in it unless it was a still pool of water that never moved. Which means you would have to spend time in this crypt examining everything inside to see if this water ever flows, moves, recycles, or anything else like that.
Well, we know it moves. It lowered. Okay, Darzen's going to take the knife and just prick his finger and like put it up to like a vial.
Oak. Nothing.
Just no blood? Alright, it was preserved. It would have drained the blood. Shit. I don't suppose there's those things in Egypt where they hold all the organs in this sarcophagus, are there?
Dang it! Maybe we could have found those tear ducts.
Wouldn't work. Okay.
Maybe I can cast Speak with Dead and make him cry.
No.
I don't know if that would go well.
His soul is definitely not here.
Can I slap Yerk on the back of the head?
Absolutely. I'll allow it.
Whack. Like, no. Bad idea.
You guys are completely immune to my humor.
What humor?
So
Exactly, you don't have any.
It's just your humor sometimes comes off as you being absolutely serious about something.
Ace is chuckling to him.
Some people call this dry.
Yes.
Ace chuckles and writes
I
that.
thought
down
you
as well.
wizards were supposed to be intelligent.
Well, it was certainly more intelligent than clerics.
Well, if
Orson-
there's no blood here, then we would have to get the blood from the vestige.
Dorzen is going to close the sarcophagus because we have gotten what we have needed.
So what 2 items are you taking with you?
What do you mean, 2 items?
There's been a total of 2 things from this place that you have interacted with. Are you taking those or something else, or what?
Yeah, we're definitely taking the locket. That is clearly... that's clearly the memory of Memento or whatever. I vote for taking the feather, and... because it's apparently... This might be his divinity. This might be his tears used to seal himself.
It's a representation that's possible, although it's
is
not literal
possible.
tears. One thing I'm wondering is about those books, though, is it's a history. If what you said is, if it's what you said, but what if it's written in his blood?
I just
Maybe
thought of
that might.
something. What if those books are his history? The one that was removed from all of existence. That it isn't there.
Jiro, I gotta send you a message. Just giving you a heads up.
Thank you.
Well, Well, if those books are his history, then I don't think we should mess with it, because if this was he was important to her, and she was important to him, and maybe that's her way of just keeping him alive to her, and at least in the not destroy the world fashion.
Agreed. Yurik, could you think of anything else here that might classify as his tears? Or tears of a celestial?
Jera, while that question's being asked, can Prissa look around for any sort of still pool like you said before?
Sure. An investigation.
Yeah.
Give me a moment, guys, and I will see if I can find some answers for it. And I will go over to like a corner and sit down by myself for 10 minutes and ritual cast divination.
That's a really useful spell right now.
It is.
Nice.
Good call, Eric.
Now, you lay down all of the aspects of small coffer, your little religious symbol that you hold in your hands, and as you begin focusing on this symbol, and you speak out, trying to extend out to Sarenrae and get her attention brought to, you feel that there is a slight resistance. And then the room darkens. And instead of Sarenrae, you see the pure pitch black robes and white masked matron of Raven.
Yeah, I figured. Do we all see that, or just him?
Everybody else sees that this goes pitch black. Your dark vision does not matter.
Does Dorzen see?
You're not that powerful yet, Dorzen.
It's ethereal though.
So Yurik, did you do something?
Shut up, Prissa. And I'm staring completely directly at this vision before me, sort of like just awestruck. Do I get the sense that the spell is still sort of working, or
It
is
is
it more
working.
like
It
as
is.
if,
It is working, but a lot stronger than you've ever had the spell work before.
Right.
And it didn't call forth Sarenrae, it called forth her. Presumably because of your proximity to her temple.
This is her house.
and I simply look down and I say, I do not mean to intrude in the sanctuary of your faith. I simply seek answers. And
Then ask your question.
can we find the tears of a celestial here? And where are they?
Already have found them. He looks down at the locket. The course of his falling.
Thank you.
He nods, and everything else Light returns to everybody, and Sir Yurik, you watch as she just fades in a scattering of feathers.
I silently stand up. Okay. And I turn to the rest of the group. Sorry for interrupting, Krista. You talk too much.
Sorry.
We already have the tears. They are in the locket. I suspect.
Dorzen looks at the locket again.
You see a locket with the 2 images in it.
You said the one of the sterner woman was painted in there, though. What you said. Oh, you sneaky little.
Then I would assume that the feather is of his childhood. If it was used to seal him. Based on what we know.
You all keep saying childhood if you remember of his previous life.
Oh, of
So
his
the locket
previous
is
life.
both.
And the feather is
Just
classifies as one as well for his previous life.
I mean, I think the locket qualifies as both the tears and the previous life.
No, let's just take both.
I agree. That sounds like a great scientific approach, Ace.
And I think Dorzen did tell us that the spirit thing he was talking to said there were 2 items here that we could take. So, 2.
We also should message some of Vox Machina to say that we need to see the Death Walker's ward to collect his blood.
Should we not leave this spot first, so we don't disturb anything?
Dorzen's gonna rechain the sarcophagus.
Okay.
Yes, we should head out back where we came to reclaim our gear. I just figured it would be wise to message them on our way out.
Rissa, can you handle that?
Yes, I did prepare that spell today.
So what are you all doing?
Head up and out. We gotta get our items back.
You all travel and traverse all the way up long, windy system. Do you have water breathing again, Prissa?
It's a ritual cast I can do.
Sure.
Doesn't it last 24 hours? Do we still have time?
It's
Oh yeah, it does last 24 hours, so...
trying to calculate. It was a few hours, the fight, the rest, all of this, a couple of hours. Yeah, you probably still have it for at least a couple. If you want to recast,
Okay.
feel free. If you don't, risk it.
If we don't need to, and also Dorzen still does have the ring of swimming, so your swim speed's your walk speed.
Dorzen can swim fast. That is correct. Sir Yurik can walk across the ground. Sorry, buddy.
Use
Very heavy armor.
Can use control water to just push myself along.
Fuck this. Jesse's.
Aquaman.
So he just got a jet stream, but unfortunately he's placed it around his posterior, so it looks like he's just farting the whole way.
As you all travel back up the entire windy system, traversing through the crypts and the tunnels, yet again, you make it over to the staircase up where you know that the hag is waiting.
Yep,
I forgot about her.
Yeah.
we made a deal. You made a deal, Dorson.
No, but they both already finished their deal. She gave the route and he gave the token.
So we made it. We're alive. Thanks for showing us the way down there. Can we get our stuff back?
So Jimmy marches ahead of everybody and talks to her as he's walking up.
God, freaking damn it.
She looks down at you, Jimmy. Yes, your stuff is waiting by the entrance.
Thanks.
Remember, if you ever need anything, just ask.
No more deals, and I push Canroth forward. This one's done enough.
She
When you say
watches.
anything- Jimmy's not.
Jimmy was given the offer, I think.
Her expression extends and her smile widens as she kind of just looks at the symbol on Conoroth's arm, back at him. Looks like somebody needed a favor. You were hesitant with dealing with me, and yet deal with
Let's
the
just
master
leave,
of
guys.
lies.
Don't listen to this bitch.
No, we're aware. We're aware. You can be quiet now, please.
Ace, did you have a weapon? I don't see anything in here.
Nope, just my shield and my walking stick.
Oh, okay. All right.
You all be safe in your journey. You all walk out of here.
You two take care of the refugees.
One by one, moving through the entire area, making it back upstairs. Nobody's really inhibiting on your movements down here. You make it up to the actual chapel. No problem. All of your
Question
things
two.
were picked up. Nothing touched.
If we can see refugees and stuff on the way here, correct?
Yeah.
Do they look like they're like either mind controlled or like they're cowed
Roll an
into
insight.
submission, or
Roll an insight. You can't tell.
Well, now that we have our stuff back, I think we should message a member of Vox Machina and then Prissa have you teleport us here to that location.
that sounds reasonable. And also, I believe Sir Yurik, you could also, if for teleporting needs, you can also bring us back to the temple in Iman, correct?
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Right, but isn't the vestige... Where is his vestige?
Well, that's something we'll have to. I'll have to ask in my sending spell.
I remember to mention we just need the blood from it. The item will not be destroyed.
Yeah, I'm very sure Vox Machina will be very happy about that.
Hopefully they haven't washed it.
Oh god.
Well, I mean, worst case scenario, we either go to the Underdark or the world gets destroyed.
Agreed.
We only
There's always
spent
a
2 days here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Just keeping the timeline straight.
Well,
We don't have
before
much
we
left.
leave, I want to see if we can maybe persuade some of these people here to leave. They should not be staying with the fiend.
Yeah, you're trailing off at the end of your sentences. Man. I think your noise gate is closing too early if you have one set.
Yeah, it could also be. I have like a fan on my desktop here, which is blowing sort of in this direction. So, well, I just said I think we should do our best to get some of these people here to leave before. Well, they should not be in proximity with this.
Well, I
fiend.
do.
Would you
Well,
have
I
it
do
on
agree.
Yurik?
Well,
Yurik. Well, I do agree that it is not best for them to be here. We don't have the capability or the means to take them en masse out of here, let alone through the hordes and surround this place. Not to
well,
mention,
Prissa, do you not have a teleportation circle?
I do, but it only lasts for a little bit.
And it costs gold each time you use it. Or gem dust, which you don't have an
And
infinite
also-
supply of.
in
And
addition,
also the teleportation circle in Iman, they've been being more strict about the shifts with it recently.
in
So we
addition,
wouldn't even know if.
we're on a time crunch, Yurik. We can come back afterwards and help them. But right now, we do not have time.
And I'm gonna look around her. Is there where we're? Sorry, I got confused. We're at like outside the. Are we in the place where?
You are in the chapel, upstairs, no longer underground, of the Raven Queen Temple.
Okay. And Sir Yurik, if you wish for us to come back later, we can. We just need to find a small piece of the environment here, something from here, or outside, and I'll be happy to bring you back.
I can do the same thing. I just need a good look around, and I've got I've got really good memory.
I just need a really quick evacuation plan. I've got you covered, but it might be a little dangerous.
I mean, a lot of things you do are dangerous, Jimmy, but that's par for the course.
I'm just gonna go over and see if I can find like a small stone or like a piece of rock or something, and just put it in my pocket.
Enough.
Krista, did you message a member of Vox Machina yet?
Not yet. I'll do that now, and she'll step away real quick and cast sending.
All right, 25 words.
Yeah, sorry. I've been trying to think of what they were. So it's going to go to Scanlan, and it's going to be Scanlan. This is Prissa. We've got what we need. We need blood from Deathwalker's ward. We'll pause for a second from that. What else did we need to get a response? I was trying to phrase this.
Just need the blood. It won't be destroyed.
Won't be
blood.
destroyed,
Oh, yeah.
and we need to know the location.
Oh, yeah, and their location, correct, or at least of the ward. Sorry, and your location so we can arrive.
All right, how many words was that? I lost track after your third
I lost track too.
It was more than 10, less than 20.
All right. Meet me back at Grayskull Keep. I'll see what we can do.
He said to meet him back at Grayskull Keep, and we'll see what we can do. So can you get us back to Amon real quick?
Yep. So, you use your save point spell. All of you very quickly are hit with a beam of light that shatters through the dull graying skies as you all feel yourselves getting sucked up by the beam and immediately slam into the ground, looking around at a temple. I need a con save from everybody in this part.
And joke's on us, it was actually aliens that teleported us that time.
No, boy.
Ow.
Doors in, you run over to one of the pews and... That was nothing like teleporting. That was so much more stressful.
I'm sorry. Oh, my stomach.
Excuse me. One of the priests of Saren Ray walks forward. Tosses you a bucket, Dorzen, and a broom.
You want me to sweep this?
And
it's your
take it
mess.
with you, yes.
A mop would be better.
Here, and Prissa will press the digitate to clean it, or...
There's chunks, it's not that easy.
She can prestidigitate it into the bucket if I hold sideways.
Sure. Hello, Sir Yurik.
Hello.
You're all back. I trust that
yes.
your efforts have been fruitful.
Well, I think they have. But we are not finished.
Of course.
So we will be out of here in
Now.
right now.
Very well. Take care of yourself.
You too.
By the way, in 2 months we are having a get together at the original temple.
I see. Well, yeah, I'll get back to you on that.
You're not. It's 2 months away.
Yeah, I have more pressing matters.
Yeah. They're just letting you know you have an invitation to the what is it? The college
Serenade
reunion.
Con?
End of the world party.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's another reason for him to like get through this. It's like, hey, we gotta survive so we can party.
Yep.
But anyways,
I will come back and be so successful.
you leave the temple and look around at the beautiful scenery of Amon, the high city walls, the heavy population and flow of traffic. It's nice. It's relaxing here.
I do Noah.
If it's all right, since it's on the way, can we just stop by Agra's, the blacksmithy, just so we can say hi?
You,
If it's all right.
you guys can do that. I have to go run do something. I'll meet up with you at the Grace Ball later. That's it. Jimmy takes off.
I'm going to make sure you don't blow anything up.
If Dorzen can keep up with me, sure. I'm in a rush.
Dorzen can keep up with you, I promise.
I will meet you all at the keep.
Unless there are stairs.
I'm saying this to the guys who are leaving because I want to go to the keep.
Alrighty.
What time are we meeting? When are we getting back together? Everyone seems to be starting to run off.
Well, let's make sure we all meet in at least an hour. Just
Remember-
hour tops.
Scanlan might be waiting.
I mean, I was gonna make mine a quick visit.
That is fine. Be there as soon as you can.
So Conoroth, Ace, Sir Yurik, you three are going to Grace Gold Keep immediately?
Yeah, I guess I would be.
Unless
I'll
you
go
want to
for
do
it.
something else.
I don't really have anything I need to do.
Want to go pick up Bastion on the way?
Sure.
I mean, he still has 3 more days at his spa resort, but...
Give him a break.
We'll let you carry those over if you don't use them fully. You can always like come back and.
Sorry, I just imagine like in the Rick and Morty thing where Sir Yurik's coming over to the Bastion and says, "I need your help," and then Bastion's like, "You son of a bitch, I'm in."
Yeah.
Or it's like, just like mid, like, no, fuck off! I'm getting pampered right now.
Getting the crew back together.
So yeah, Sir Yurik, why don't we? I'll go to the keep with you. Why don't you show me around?
Ready.
Sure.
So, Prissa, you go over to the blacksmithy with Ogda, and you have your nice little powwow, meet up, check in. Jimmy, I assume you're gonna go check in with Raspin?
Yep.
Because things have actually changed with Raspin.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The two of you hurriedly run over there. Oh, you messaged me again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm not trying to.
Yeah, you're not trying to, but you need to.
Alright.
Yeah. You all run over and doors, and you see this tiny little shop labeled Raspin's Armaments and Explosive Expertise.
So, how do you know this guy?
He's my manager. He's getting me basically into the business with the guilds and getting me. I don't have official memberships still, but at least getting me orders and work. So once all
So
of
you
the
work for him.
world is over, I have a job.
Jimmy, you run over to the door, open it up, and you hear his voice from further back away. Sorry, we're actually closing up right now.
It's me. Hello?
Shit! All right, you hear, like, a lot of fumbling and running, and this scrawny-looking half-elf just, like, comes running out, positioning the glasses and, like, tying his hair very quickly in a tie. He goes, James, hello. Pleasure.
You survived again. Whew, it was good.
Congratulations. Good that you keep surviving. And you are... security?
Who? Oh,
Points at Dorzen.
that's Dorzen. Dorzen, what are you doing?
Sure, let's go with that.
Good to meet you. So, you're back.
Yeah, I was. I had to drop off a couple things and see if you had any of those procurements that I had requested.
Which ones in particular?
Well, there's the residuum that we had discussed. You had got me a good portion of that one to see if there's any more. The components for the box, the gunpowder, had to make sure that if that had come in yet from Whitestone, and that was I think it.
The gunpowder shipment has been delayed.
Yeah, I figured.
The residuum, however, there was a large influx on the market around. So I managed to about 1,000 gold worth.
Oh, okay.
But that is everything we have in stock in that regard right now. Also, to speak of, a lot of the other gold that you have left so far, I've reinvested into separate projects and commissions that people are intrigued and that I am currently trying to keep pace with. Tell me, are you familiar with the simple the nail bomb?
Nail bomb? No.
Oh, it's very simple. It's a keg of powder, more or less, with an iron exterior around it, slightly decayed, not very well managed, with nails inside of it as well, and on the exterior, so when it explodes, it shatters everywhere.
That's ridiculous. Why would somebody make that?
We have a very large commission for people who want them. They claim that it would help them excavate it.
Excavation?
Nails would help dig tunnels.
Well, the explosion with the nails make it a lot easier to hammer deeper and break out sections of crags and rocks. It also makes a very loud, distinguishable ting when it hits proper ooh.
That makes more sense.
Dorson would like to insight this man.
Go right ahead.
I'm like Jimmy is drawing the same conclusion, but he was still like thrown off by the initial idea.
Dorzen, he
criminal for
seems
goodness.
to be lying. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
I mean, I can kind of see how that might help.
Yeah, let me just show you the schematic real quick, if you don't mind going over it. Just to... Or take it with you and get back to me in a day or so. Optimize it. Yeah. Perfect.
Dorson gets in front of Jimmy. It gets right in this guy's face.
Okay, so you lean down.
This large commission.
Yes.
It wouldn't happen to do with any friends below the city, would it?
I don't believe that they are digging below the city at this point in time, but potentially.
That's where you would use such things, stores, and of course it's for people going underground and stuff.
I'm just saying, Jimmy, and I try to flex to show off my clasp symbol.
Oh, okay.
There are certain people in this city that would find much use in these devices.
Oh, of course, yes. Many people would have uses for that, indeed.
Yeah, of course. That's why we're making them and selling them and trying to help those people. So you have yep, I'll take that. And
any way that you can optimize it for best value of product for sale, they want 40 of them and they're willing to pay 100 gold each.
40, 100 gold. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely. I should be able.
If you optimize it, I can construct it. Of course, I don't have the same level of brilliance when it comes to constructing these ideas.
the prototype. I'll work on that and I'll get it back to you as soon as I can.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Um,
You don't speak Thieves' Cant yet, do you?
No, it's unless I was taught in the year of downtime. No,
Unless you sought that out, no.
It
Because
is-
learning a language takes time.
you learned lip reading.
I
but
use
not-
that for my feet. No, I do not know Thieves' Cant.
Yeah, all right. He seems to be trying to communicate something to you, and you're like, God damn it, I need to learn how to do that.
If we survive, that's what I'm gonna spend some of my downtime doing.
All right, fantastic, Jimmy. Also, there was an intriguing individual who showed up here a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
His name was Mitch.
yeah. He's a friend.
Are we doing deals with him?
Absolutely, yeah. Help him if he needs anything, materials or requests. Yeah, just take him down and I'll talk to Mitch. But yes, always help him.
Very well. Thank you. I wasn't sure if he was a trusted friend or something. So, all right, very well. I will assist him with what he needs as well.
And my friend here doors him too. If he ever comes and needs anything, please help him.
Of course, no problem. By the way, I have taken on 2 new employees for the shop as well.
Okay, just give me the numbers for them, and I'll take it out of
numbers.
I've already compensated based off of our profits.
Thank you.
They tend to the money, and that's all. I open, I close. 7 days a week.
Raspin, you're amazing.
Now, when he says 10 to the money,
You
Yes,
get
I'll-
the feeling like you really need to learn that language, Dorzen.
yep, he has become a front for the Thieves Guild.
And he's making so much money.
Oh no!
Thanks to Jimmy.
I really need to talk to that pillar man.
When you have time. But anyways, you all had to head in the opposite kind of section of the city, so you're kind of pretty far away from the outskirts where Grayskull is. Sir Yura, Conoroth, and Ace, all 3 of you make it over to Grayskull. And before we continue, I think we should all take a break real quick, so I can organize a few more notes. All right, everybody, we will be right back.